that going.
Okay, so are we Facebook Live?
We are going Facebook Live on the Podcast Detroit page initially, and then if you want to share it to wherever else, you absolutely can.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, Jackie, remember to turn off your phone.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so the Facebook Live is up and running. I am going to get the encoders up and running in Sam. And
so we could do...
Here goes your intro.
Okay, Jackie, so this is just like normal. Turn off your phone.
I know, but wait. We got to find the thing to share it.
It's just like normal. Did you turn the volume down, though?
No, it's not on the Nooner page.
No, because he said it's on the podcast.
It's just the podcast page, Jackie.
So did you guys share it? Huh?
No.
No? See, you're all acting all this and that and everything else.
We can't share it.
It's on the podcast Detroit page.
Right here.
So we have to go there.
Where?
Share it.
You share it, and then we'll share it from there.
Down my phone.
Yeah,
Okay.
you share it.
See?
One person.
I'm starting a watch party.
You start the watch party.
Now that we can see
I just started a watch party.
Now that we can see your whole face.
Okay, see? I started a watch party. Do you guys see?
Do you have the volume down?
I do.
Good job.
See?
It's Nooner time.
It's back and going on. Okay.
Hey,
All
Nora,
right,
did you notice that during all of this, that we're still not in the intro? Did you notice that?
I
Okay.
did notice. Yes, I did.
You guys, we're working on that. John Paul, he's watching the show today. Say something to John Paul because he's supposed to
Hi,
do
John
this.
Paul. Can
Hi, John
you
Paul,
put me
we
and
love
Gina in the
you.
intro? Thank you.
There you go.
Yes.
Don't be so nice.
It's Nooner time.
It is. You
It
guys are
is.
live. You're up and running.
Yeah, we're live.
Oh,
It's
wow.
Limericks.
Okay.
We're on.
Hi, guys.
Hey!
Hey!
Miss you guys.
Can't keep the Nooner show down.
It's our first jam session today.
It is. We got
We're
our
wearing-
jam
Yeah,
on.
Mama. Yes.
Gina, those don't look like Mammy.
Yours don't look like pajamas.
Gina.
Yours either, Jackie.
I've got a robe on. I have a robe.
Take your robe
You
off.
see?
What's under that? What's under that sucker?
My purple
Woo!
pajamas.
Boom, chicka, bow, wow.
But Gina. Yeah, but look at Gina. She's got pearls on.
I know.
And she's
You
wearing
know she
this,
wears pearls with that.
Armani
Right.
pajama set there
I know.
from Italy.
I know. And see, here mine. See, there's mine.
Let's see, Nora. How come you look like you're standing, Nora? Are you standing?
Because my phone. I'm not standing. My phone.
You know what's
I'm
funny is this is
leaning.
Facebook Live, but we're not in the studio, so we're forgetting that this is Facebook Live, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, how's it going?
It's a brave new world.
Yes, it is.
Look, I'm pretending I'm in the studio. Look.
I know. I like your Nooner stuff you have
Thank
up
you.
there.
Thank
Look,
you, Gina.
I have mixed drinks just in case. I have recipes.
There
for
you
mixed
go.
drinks unprepared.
All right.
And look,
Well,
so,
I have tea today. I don't have
Oh.
wine. I have some tea.
let me tell you how my husband is coping with this.
Mhm.
So my husband is coping with the quarantine by drinking, well, this one's empty already, by drinking
Wow.
Bloody Marys. So what does it say if he's day
Wow.
drinking to be home with
Bloody
me?
Marys. Yeah. What's wrong
Yeah,
with you,
you
Gina?
guys heard have you heard the statistics about how many marriages are going to end after this? Did you guys hear that?
I'm sure you have, Jackie. What are the statistics?
You're our
No, I'm blown away because it's only been it's only been a few weeks, right?
or a month.
3 weeks.
Yeah, more than a few weeks, Jackie.
A month? Has it been a month?
Jackie, honey, it's been
Over
a month.
Yeah.
Nora. Has it been over a month?
Yes.
So anyway, you guys, seriously, how's it going for you guys? I mean, I know we've been talking and, a lot of people are struggling right now. And there's a lot of concern about mental health right now too. So how are you guys? What are you guys doing with your downtime?
I'm
Well,
drinking.
Gina, you're still teaching.
I'm still
You're
teaching.
drinking.
And in fact,
Okay.
yeah, in fact, I'm teaching, so I teach English online. So that has just continued. So my mornings haven't changed, Jenny. I, still get up, get dressed, put my pearls on.
Put your pearls on.
Put my pearls on. And
Yeah.
I do get dressed. I'm dressed for jammies for now, but I'm
Yeah.
dressed in clothes, hair, makeup done.
So,
ready.
so you're not sitting in front of the camera with no pants on, right?
No.
Oh.
Anyway,
You are Nora. Yeah.
Becky.
Go ahead.
So I am, my mornings are the same. I teach English in the mornings, just as I have been doing. So that's pretty much the same. That hasn't changed for me. What's changed is then typically I would go out and, meet a friend for lunch. I'd go somewhere, I'd do something, working on projects. I'd leave the house and go somewhere. So obviously that's not happening.
Yeah.
Although when I do leave to go to the grocery store,
Yes.
I have my mask.
Yeah.
So, I am the few times I've had to leave. So that hasn't changed. What has changed though? So I was a classroom teacher last year, as you guys know. And so I had some parents when all this started from my last year's class, they reached out to me and said, "Hey, Miss Cucini, how you doing?" And I said, "Fine." And I said, "Would you like to meet?" So I did a Zoom meeting individually with students. And then some of the kids said, "Hey, how's so-and-so?" And I said, "Oh, we could do a little group meeting." So I started a couple weeks ago, just meeting with my kids. And so I said, Miss Cucini will be here at 11 o'clock. And so I started meeting with kids in a group. So every day at 11 o'clock, I see.
You just love those kids, don't you?
I do.
Wow, they love
You're
you.
the best teacher ever.
Those kids love you.
Sometimes there's more, sometimes there's less. But every day at 11 o'clock, which I never intended it to be that way. It just kind of happened. I did it for a couple days with a few kids. And then I said, it was the weekend. And I'm like, all right, I'll see you guys later. And they're like,
I think there's a lot of stuff happening that we never intended.
Yeah,
No,
exactly. And you're not going to be here tomorrow.
sure.
I'm like, oh, well, I could. I got nowhere else to be. So every day at 11, Miss Cucini is live on Zoom with anybody who shows up from my third grade class. So.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, what is so I know your teaching is with China, kids from China.
Yes.
What are they saying? I mean, do they say anything about this, or
you know what they say now more because they know it's impacting me. And so and in fact, weeks ago when this started, I had a student who I've taught regularly, and she asked if I had a mask, and I said, "No, I don't." Well, she was mad. She's 12, and she's like, she couldn't understand that I didn't have a mask. So she, in all seriousness, she was the reason why I went ahead and ordered masks, because I just didn't have it. This was, weeks ago.
How long did it take you to get it when you ordered it?
A few weeks.
Where did you order it from?
Amazon.
Okay.
Amazon. So anyway, I ordered the mask. Well, then I saw her a week ago, and she said, "Do you have," that's the first thing, I turned the camera on to teach the class. The first thing she said was, and she's 12, "Do you have your mask?" And I said, "I do." And she said, "Show me." And I'm like, I don't have it with me. I'm teaching. So I said, "Let's do the class. I'm in my house. It's safe." I said, "Let's do the class, and then I'll get it after class." So when class was over, I called to my husband and said, "Hey, go get the mask so I can show her." So I got it and showed her, and she called her mother over, and they were so happy that I had gotten the masks.
Well, in China, so they're like chastising people, and I think I saw some pictures of some people getting beat up because they didn't have their mask. They're like serious.
Oh, wow.
Like, you got to have
Yeah.
mask.
I know different states, like in New York City now, I think if you're out in public,
you have to have
I believe you have to have a mask on if I think so. And I believe in Oakland County at the end of the month, legally, all Oakland County businesses that are open, the employees will need to be masked.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Yeah.
so back to your question. So my students, they have my older students I've had parents pop in and say, "Hey, Gina, how are you? Are you safe? Do you have masks?" They've asked questions, do you have enough food? Do you have masks? What's the illness in your area? So yeah, that's, I've seen it. I saw the virus in China when it was first evolving. and I watched
Yeah.
them go through it, being quarantined and away from family and that kind of thing. And now they are, for the most part, we are to believe that they're in a healthier situation. And so they're watching now the American news and seeing that we're going through it. And so, you know, learning from them.
Well, I saw the news last night. They said this was like 10 o'clock on CNN. Now they're saying that the virus could have been started in China in a lab. Not
You
by
know,
the
there's going to
bag
be
and all that
there's
other
going to
stuff.
be speculation, I think, for
I
anything.
know.
We don't know.
Jackie,
Chopper.
turn your phone off.
I'm sorry. I thought I did.
Just like the regular. Oh,
Just
Jackie,
like the
thank you
old days.
for just bringing some similarity, you know, regular stuff into this. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you for that, Jackie.
Yeah.
Now, somebody
hey.
say set a timer.
My pleasure. Huh?
Set a timer.
What?
Setting a
Set a
timer.
timer.
Set a timer. Yeah. How much? I'm like tired of watching the news. It's so depressing.
It really
You know what?
is.
I can't watch it. I can't. I might see a few little minutes, but then I got to shut that off because it's overwhelming. And you know what? There's so much on there that's negative, and I can't control any of the negative stuff happening. I can only control what comes to me, which I choose to make positive, and I choose to ignore that negative because it's not helpful. So
I watch because I want to know what's going on. So I watch it. I watch every day, not all day,
really?
but I watch.
Doesn't it distract? But doesn't it distract you, Nora?
No,
it doesn't distract you from working on things that you've been wanting to work on.
No, because I don't watch the whole thing. I'll just watch like a couple of stories or whatever, and you get to hear like feel good stories. Like last night, they showed this girl in New York that took some Post-its and put a note up on her window, and it said, "How are you doing?" or something like that, or "Hi." And the people across the way, an older couple, she started sending messages back on her window. So she sent the message over, and she said, "Do you need anything?" And they're like, "No, we're okay." So she baked them some cookies and put a letter in there with her phone number, her cell number and everything. And she was like, if you need anything, let me know. So just that little, thing that she did, that she didn't even think anybody would,
that's
say something back. So I do see the feel good stories too. It's not all bad. So, I just want to know what's going on.
One of our guests that we had booked for May actually is a journalist, a broadcaster from what channel is it? Nor 12 or 25?
Channel 12.
Yeah, so
12.
I'm excited to have him on in the fall. We'll probably reschedule everybody for the fall, I think, because we were booked actually through June. But
he's excited to be
it'll
on.
Be a whole different interview.
Oh yeah, yep, definitely.
He's right in the middle of all this.
Yeah, he reports every day down by the health department every day on the cases, and that's his thing, and that's it. So yeah.
Hurley just started their drive-through testing this week. So Liv showed me.
But still, there's still not enough tests to test people. Still, though, that's the thing. I think if we had more tests and people could get tested, we could be out of this quarantine faster. So.
Well, they don't have a vaccine, so
True, but it still would be good to know if you have it or not. Because a lot of people, like they said, are walking around with symptoms. With no symptoms, and they're carrying it. So.
Right.
From a good news perspective, though, so like my niece McKenna is, she just recently graduated and she's a nurse at Beaumont, and she was in the cardiac care unit, and they actually had her take her critical care tests, and they converted her entire ward into a COVID unit because of the influx of cases and all that stuff. As of 2 days ago, that has been rolled back.
Oh wow!
It is good news
because there's a decrease in cases, and so now she's not going to be on the front lines, which makes me feel a little bit better.
I'm sure.
And my my nephew is in the electricians union that was part of building out the the portable triage center in Cobo Hall, or TCF, whatever it is now. It's always going to be Cobo.
Yep, same here. I call it Cobo. It's always going to be that.
And, yeah, I mean, and it's, it's interesting. And they've U of M had announced, and I guess another good sign is U of M had announced plans, I believe it was their indoor track and field facility that was going to be converted into another portable COVID triage unit, and they've rolled that back because there's no longer a need, at least in their opinion. The cases are starting to flatten out and decrease.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we'll see. I mean, my hope is that, the 30th will bring at least some relaxing. I don't think I don't think we're going to get back to quote unquote normal. I think normal is going to change. I don't know, how long it's, like my world, I'm only like you guys, concerts, me, Comic Cons, that kind of stuff. How long is it going to be before you're comfortable cramming into an arena with 30,000 people?
Yeah.
Or, going
well, I
to a
guess
facility.
California already canceled all their concerts for the rest of the year. No Coachella this year.
Yep. Well, and Motor City Comic Con canceled. A lot of the cons have canceled over the past couple months, and it's going to be interesting to see how this all comes back, because, like, especially with cons, the big draw is always the celebrities, and so it's not only going to be how comfortable do you feel cramming into a warehouse with 70, 80, 90,000 people, but how soon is it going to be before those celebrities are going to want to be throwing their arm around people and taking selfies and, shaking hands and doing it.
Right. Yeah.
Yep, that's true.
Yeah.
It's not, it's going to be a new normal.
It is. You know what? We are in such times that we don't really know how it's going to change. And we're living history. And someday we'll look back and we will have new routines and procedures, and we'll say, oh gosh, remember when that first all got started? And we didn't know.
Right.
And how new we were to all of this. I recently read an article, though, that talked about we talked about mental health and some mental health things that would help you, during this difficult time. And the first three things they said was, the first one they said was that you really need to stick to a routine. So how have you found being able to stick to a routine? Have you found a new routine, or have you been able to stick to a routine at all?
Right.
I haven't. And no, partly because, I'm a hairstylist. So it's like driving me crazy. And then I get texts from, my clients, and they're like, my hair, my hair's fine. I'm not going to have any hair.
I almost texted you, Nora, and I ended up cutting it myself.
I will admit that I did take the scissors a little bit to the front of mine.
See, that I'm telling you, when I get back, I'm going to be doing so much correction work. It's not going to be funny.
Yeah, I know. Look at my nails. Look how bad my nails are. I'm used to getting my nails done. This is like driving me crazy.
Nora, I justified it because I have an art degree, so I kind of know a little bit about art, right? So I cut my own bag.
It's very creative, Gina.
This is such a constant across
Nora,
every
Rocky
show we have.
wanted me to dye your hair pink.
Yeah. Huh?
Oh, I just said this is such a constant against every show across every show we have. I feel like women are having a much harder time with that aspect of things than guys are, because we're like, I'm kind of getting half a mullet. If I have to, I'll order a Flowbee off Amazon if I need to.
Please, not the Flowbee.
But it's a lot of the women are, I have my hair, my nails, my this, my that. It's crazy.
Say hi to John. John's back here.
Hello. John.
He's got his biggie shirt on. He's working at home, and I got to tell you, this guy is so disciplined. He is like literally in front of the computer 12 hours a day.
Oh my God.
He really has. I'm like,
you need to flash him,
dude.
You need to go flashing. You need to flash him. That's what you need to do.
Yes, she does.
Shut up, Jen. Get out of here. Get out. I'm on the show.
I have a question for John. Don't leave.
Oh, wait. Yes.
I have a question for Driver. So, listen, I've caused Driver to day drink. How about you?
I know. I've been getting the texts.
With all his heart emojis he's sending
right.
to John.
Yeah, that's it.
While I'm working.
Yeah, it is. Of course, this poor guy's been working.
Wallace, you've never text back a beer in your life.
Yeah, well, that's right. Never.
All right. The
Hey,
second
we
thing
got
that
a couple shout outs to some friends of ours that are listening that we haven't seen in a long time. George Wilson, who was on the show, he's still
Hey,
been.
George.
Hi,
Hey,
George.
George.
Jessica from the parlor and baby are on. Hi,
Ah,
Jess.
Hi, Jess.
Ghetto from Hyped Up. Jen from Hyped Up. Alejandro's on. We've got quite a few people on. So hi, guys.
Hyped
Hope you're
Up.
doing well. We miss you guys.
Yes, we
Anyway,
do.
All
back
right.
to the whole mental health thing.
Mental-
Yeah,
I have 2 more points to go
Oh,
over. I have
sorry,
a whole
go
list,
ahead.
but we'll start with
Yeah,
these
yeah.
first 3 today. The
All
second
right.
one they said is to dress for the social life you want, not the social life you have.
Pajamas.
They keep saying, oh, you should get up and you should put your clothes, have a fashion show and do this and do that. And it's like, shut
I do that
up.
every day, Nora.
Shut
Nora, I
up.
do that every day. I have a
You
fashion
do?
show every
You
day.
do? Oh, wow.
But
Okay.
they talk about
How
they
I-
talk about how you should get showered and get dressed and come
Yes.
to clothes, wash
Yes.
your face, brush your teeth, like
Yes.
like
Mhm.
continue on with normal daily
Yeah.
bathing
Yeah.
habits. So I'm
Right.
not one to ever just not get up and get going, because I teach English I teach and I keep going. So I think that's part of the reason why
Right.
I just have continued with the routine. But how about you guys? How are you managing? Are you
When you have no life, my life is over. Do you hear me?
Oh,
I
come
can't go to
on.
work. I can't do anything. So,
That's
well,
because
no,
you're watching the news and you're depressed. You should
no,
not be
I'm not
watching the news.
depressed, Jackie. Don't say it. I'm not depressed. I don't want
Okay.
to, but I want to get in the car and I want to be able to drive somewhere and just have a relaxing time. And so the gas is cheap. We have nowhere to go. We can't go anywhere. We have to be back.
You know what?
We have a curfew. I have a curfew. You guys don't have a curfew, do you?
who has a curfew?
Oh, you guys still have
We have a curfew. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Till what time?
It's from 6 to 9.
What time?
9 o'clock at night. You got to be in.
Do you ever go out past 9 anyway? I don't. I'm
No.
in bed by 9. That would work for me.
Well, I would if there was some place to go. I would go out past
Yeah.
9, but no. So
You know
Terry and
what's
I,
interesting?
this is so funny. Terry and I are, it's like, this is our day. We get up, I fix breakfast, we watch a little TV, we fall asleep. I fix lunch, we eat, we fall asleep. Then,
Wow.
we get up, and then it's like, oh, he's snoring. And it's like, oh, get up and go to bed. Then he goes to bed, and then we do it all over again.
Nora, I don't know. This doesn't sound real good here. You know
But
what
no,
they said?
I have been out. I've been to the grocery store, and stuff. So I have been out.
Yeah.
Do you have your mask?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. You know what? Go ahead, Jackie.
I was just going to say, I read that extroverts are having a more difficult time than introverts with this. That introverts are actually okay. And it's interesting because I feel like I think I'm an extrovert, but I'm actually having an okay time with it because I've got a lot going on. I got back in the
Of course,
Team
you
Money
got
book.
lists. You have lists
I
and all
have
of that.
lots. Okay, so I have all my stuff here with Team Money's book that I've been working on. So it's like this is the first time where it's actually, I don't have deadlines. I don't have anything else. I could just say, okay, I'm going to tackle this, then I'm going to tackle that.
I'm happy for you,
okay.
Jackie. I'm happy for you because you have lots of lists.
Well, I can give you some lists, Nora.
That's what I was just going to say, Nora. Watch it. Let's change this avenue because Nora,
That was
have
me.
you noticed?
Sorry.
Nora,
Huh?
we've not gotten an email, a text, a note, a letter.
I know.
All
I know.
nothing
None of
to
that.
do.
Yeah.
Nora,
Oh,
shh.
hey.
Move on.
No. I need to help
As
Nora.
of last night, we got emails and stuff.
I'm gonna send you something right now, Nora. I need to help you because you need to. I got to get you out of this little funk. So I'm gonna send you a list right now.
I've been out. I'm not in a funk. I'm gonna go out later on the lawn and turn cartwheels.
Oh, Nora, honey, we ain't got no time for a hospital if you break a hip. Don't be turning
No.
cartwheels.
Well, I'm gonna put
Right.
my skates on and go skating. In
There
a
we
park
go.
somewhere.
Yeah.
And you
You
know
know
what?
what?
That
Go
leads
ahead.
me to point number 3. It says to get out once a day and get some exercise. Try for 30 minutes
Yes.
if you want to go for a walk.
Mhm.
Make sure if
Yep.
you're worried about contact with somebody that, go early in the morning, late at night, wear a mask. But how are you managing? Are you going for a walk? What are you doing? Nora, skating would be good. What else?
Yeah.
I don't think she can skate. You can't skate.
No, I
skate on her
can't. No, I
street.
can skate outside.
On the driveway.
Oh,
I
Oh,
can't
yeah.
skate on my driveway, but I can drive somewhere and go skate in the parking lot somewhere.
In a parking lot.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's point
I'm working
number
out.
3.
I'm working out every day,
Yeah.
every
What are you
morning.
What are you
30
doing?
minutes.
What are you doing? What are you
Yeah.
doing 30 minutes?
Nothing.
Today?
I'm thinking about it.
I was
I keep
impressed that
thinking-
you said that with a straight face.
She did, didn't she? But see,
Listen,
you can get up.
honestly-
You get up in the morning and you walk down the steps, and then you walk back up the
No.
steps, and then you walk back down the steps,
Does
and
that
you
count?
walk back up the steps. That's
I
it.
do have on my list, I'm not kidding you, this is on my list, to jump rope. I've not
Mhm.
tried it once. I don't even know where a jump rope is in this house.
Jackie,
That part's not gonna, I'm
It
not
goes
doing
You
that.
have a hula hoop. Get a hula hoop so you can get when you flash John, you can do the like that.
Hey,
Jackie,
let's do that for the show next week, because I know next week we're gonna try and do another show. So why don't we
Hula
do that
hoop?
next week?
Hula
Yeah.
hoop.
Let's
Okay.
try it. Let's all do it together. You guys get one, I'll get one. Let's try it.
I don't have to try. I can hula hoop, lady.
Oh, there
I'm
you
a
go.
hula
There's an
hoop champion.
optimistic. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yes.
Look at you.
I've
All
won
right. Well,
prizes.
those are great points.
she's
Gina.
won prizes. Listen to her.
Yes.
But Jackie, let me go back to jump roping. It goes back to what I said about Nora. Let's not be trying anything because nobody's got time for breaking a hip or going to a hospital. So
That's true.
just
Yeah,
That's
my
true.
hips are a little flabby right now.
scratch off jump rope. Just take that right off your list. You're going to feel better about yourself.
I'm gonna double dutch. I don't know what you're
Well,
talking
let
about.
me ask you guys this. Let me ask you this,
Double
Gino,
dutch.
start with you. Is there anything that you've wanted to do that you haven't had time to do that you started during this downtime?
I got my husband to paint the living room.
Oh, there you go. So you, so you're getting other people to
So-
do things.
So look,
Okay.
I saw this on Inside Edition where they said when you're doing those things around the house, don't paint the whole house because the fumes will kill you. So don't do like a whole house paint.
Hmm.
So if he painted the living room, leave him alone. That's good. You
Nora,
don't have to do anything.
Nora, turn the TV off. I got other projects. I've got more painting. Hi, honey.
Mike, if you're watching that,
Right.
not real what Nora said. It's not real. What about you, Nora? Is there anything you've wanted to start that you?
I wanted to read more, but
Oh.
it hasn't happened. Hasn't happened.
It hasn't happened.
No.
Okay. I'm going to send you a
But
list
I'm
of
working
books.
on it. Yeah, send me some books. I'm working on it.
Okay. What about
And I
baking
wanted
and
to
cooking?
finish-
What do you guys do?
Oh, of course I'm baking and cooking. You know that.
I
I
still
made-
have a kitchen.
I made I made macaroni and cheese and dressing and baked the chicken and I froze half. So now I got that in the freezer and yeah, I made spaghetti
wow.
and then I made an apple cake and I made a pound cake and so
Jeez.
Nora, I still
Wow.
I
have
like
a
to
kitchen.
cook. So
No, I'm not cooking.
cooking relaxes me. So that's And
Yeah,
then
I've tried a
listen
few
to Jackie.
recipes.
She's the cook right here. So I want some
I've
pasta.
tried a few new ones.
Jackie Wallace. You have?
Oh, yeah.
I
Yes,
wanted to
no,
send
you know what I
that
made
chicken breast
yesterday?
one. Yeah.
Yeah, listen, yesterday I made an avocado BLT salad. Oh my God, was it good?
I hate
So good.
avocados. When I was living in St. Thomas, avocados are
Yeah.
everywhere. Yeah. I even had a mango tree at my house where I lived at, and they would just fall off the trees and stuff. I don't like mangoes or avocados.
I don't like mangoes, but I like avocados.
Well, I'm glad
Well,
you
okay,
enjoyed
so-
that.
Yeah, next week we have
Yes.
Rio is going to join.
Oh, Rio is
Right?
coming. Oh, yay.
Yeah,
Rio's
we're going to
coming.
talk about the power of music and a lot of musicians that are writing songs, Hyped Up. Give those guys a big shout out. They are still
I
doing
know.
the show, figuring out
Yeah.
how to do it.
Yeah.
I mean,
I saw. That's
that
great.
team is, unbelievable. I was like, oh, we can't do anything. We're done. Okay, I'm working on all my other stuff here. And they're like, oh, no, we're doing it. We got it figured out. I'm like, I don't know how you're doing it, but they are. They're doing a great job getting it.
And I've been looking at all of T's graphics and stuff on Facebook that he's been sharing. They look great. Yeah.
Hey, speaking of music,
those guys
did
have
you see
not
the rap?
stopped.
Did you see the ABC rap I posted on the page?
Oh, no, I heard about it. I meant to check it out, though.
Check it
That's
out.
a school teacher, right?
It's a teacher. Yeah, she's a teacher, and she did for her family. They did a family talent show type thing for Easter, and so she's very talented. She did an ABC rap about being quarantined. It's pretty awesome. So check it out.
I'll have to watch that.
Yesterday's post for Wednesday. Go ahead and take a look at it.
I will. So, so next week, I think we're doing a show on Tuesday, right? Are we doing a show on Tuesday?
Yes.
Okay, we've got Rio joining us, and we are going to talk about the power of music.
Power of music.
And how, and getting through this time with music. And, there's a lot of good stuff out there with a lot of local musicians. Greg Stryker, he wrote a really good song, and that's been on Facebook. Like I said, Hyped Up, and there's just so many people doing stuff. So support them, watch it, and if they're doing any type of fundraiser, and you can help them out, because this is how they make their living, and they can't perform. They can't do anything right now. They can't record. They can't do anything. So they're making music to help heal. So if you can help them out, help them out. Let's see, anything else, ladies?
I'm just happy to be alive, and I'm glad that you guys are too.
Yeah, I miss you guys.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get back to these interviews too. Boy,
I know. I miss them. I didn't think I would miss them as much as I'm missing it. I didn't think I would.
Well, it's like that spark of inspiration when you hear somebody else's story and how they, are accomplishing or pursuing their passion. And it's like that 1 hour and we leave there. I really miss that. I can't wait to get back to
because
we were
it's so positive, and it really helped. It was like my therapy anyway.
Same here.
Stories. Yeah.
Exactly. Well, and here's the thing. It does distract from all the negative stuff you hear, and it does give you hope that they're working on their dream. There's no reason why we can't. And honestly, during this downtime, I know it's hard for a lot of people. I have a daughter, Olivia, who works in the hospital, and she has to change her clothes in the garage before she comes in, and it has to go right in the laundry room. So I hear these stories, and especially when they lose one of their own, it's just heartbreaking. Yeah. And I think you can only think of one thing at a time. So use that time to keep working on your dreams, whatever it is. Just write them down. Just start journaling, whatever it is, because it will take your mind off the negative stuff.
Now that is Gina, because she writes and does all of that and has her list. But that's one of the things that I wanted to start doing was the journaling. So
and did you?
That's the other thing. Heck no, I picked the book up and then I put it back down. I was like, I'll do something later, and then it's still sitting there.
You make me laugh.
I'm the journal. I'm the journal inside of. There's a journal. I'm the whole journal. So
Nora, turn the TV off.
Oh boy.
TV off.
Live your best life.
Live
Nora,
your best
live
life.
your best life.
Living my best life. Yes.
All right. All right, guys. So I think we should wrap it up. It was our first one, our test show here today.
Yes.
And I think we figured it out. Fun. I forgot to turn off the phone again.
Yep.
Just like
so it started just like normal.
Yeah, it was.
Let's talk about what's the same. Jackie forgot to turn off the phone. Our names still aren't in the intro.
Yep. And
John Paul.
I'll think of something. I'll think of something else. I'll say it next week.
All right.
All right.
How do we end this thing though?
You tell me that you're done, and then I turn things off. That's how.
We're done, Dave. Thanks, Dave.
All right. Hey, you know what?
I have none. I
fortune
don't
cookie,
have one.
But you know what? Real quick, thank you to everybody that tuned in here today. We miss you guys. Hi, Mark. Hi, JT.
All right, listen.
Hey,
thanks
JT.
for
Wait,
joining us.
I have a fortune cookie. This is going to be the fortune cookie for all of us.
Okay.
Better be good, Gina.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Love doesn't die of starvation, but often indigestion.
All right, Gina, you made that up.
Thanks, Gina.
Oh,
You did. Thank you,
here
Gina.
it is.
Yeah, thank you. I'm gonna, yeah. Oh, out of all the cookies, you had to pick that one. Okay.
Love doesn't
Yeah.
die of starvation,
Really?
but often indigestion. It's a French proverb. French proverb. Maybe it sounds different in French.
All right. Maybe.
Okie dokie.
All right, guys. Happy hump day. Thanks, Dave, for doing
Happy
this, and we'll
extra
see you
hump day.
guys.
The
And
day
thanks for
after hump
everybody
day.
that tuned in.
It's
We'll
good to
see
see
you
you guys
guys.
back.
Oh, it's not hump day today. What day
Thanks,
is it?
Dave.
What day is it today?
No, it's not. It's Thursday.
It's like it's
It's the
March
day
80.
after hump day.
It's like March
Oh, yeah.
87th. I don't know.
Stay home, stay safe, save lives. Wear your
Wash
mask
your hands.
out.
Wash your
And
hands.
you know what? Keep working on your dreams. Don't give up on those dreams. Keep working on them.
We'll see you next
All right.
week.
See you next week, Tuesday. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Mwah.